Well, welcome to the Bee Connection tonight. Definitely been interesting in our area. It has been raining a lot. Today was probably the first day that it has not rained here at the house. I was telling Keith just a few minutes ago, we don't think about how much chance of rain we're going to get. It's how much chance of sunlight we're going to get because it has been raining and cloudy for a while now. I haven't really messed with my bees lately. We're toning down to getting close to our dearth. So I will definitely have to get into my bees ASAP. And for me, it's putting some entrance reducers on and getting sugar water on those colonies that are still kind of weak and continue to let them build up. So that's my game plan for this Saturday. Me and Keith are going to go down and see Chase on Sunday. So got a lot of little work to do here at the farm before we get there. So that's about all we're doing right now. We did have a little trip with Brian, Castle Hives, and I got some pictures and videos of that to share here in a few minutes. But we'll see what's going on with Keith right now.
Yeah, we're in the same shape down here rain-wise. You said you didn't have any today, and I thought we weren't going to have any, so I laid my bee jacket and gloves and all my stuff out in the sun to dry, and then we had a gully washer and rained another half inch, so all my bee stuff is soaked at the moment, and it needs to be dry in the morning because I'm going to go help another fella supposed to be there at 10 tomorrow, so I might be a little damp. But bee-wise, been in the hives quite a bit this week. I've had feed on several of them for a couple of 3 weeks, drawing out some comb and feeding a few. They've done what I need them to do, so I started pulling a few feeders off today, and I actually put escapes on a few hives so I can pull the supers off where they've drawn some comb for me. So
Awesome.
I'll probably pull those off on Saturday, I guess. So they did pretty good. They probably drawn out 80% of what I put on. So I'll take that, and we'll have it for next spring. So I got to get back into them again tomorrow. I'll have a video coming out on that. I'm going to be doing a little combining. Should be kind of interesting. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, everything going good here. I just hope it quits raining and the sun stays out for a week or so.
Yeah, I tell you, I just need some dry weather, Keith. I tell you, I mean, this in and out's just too much. You know, I need some sunlight for a little while. So, yeah. So, what's going on with you, Tom? I've seen you guys have been in some shows and you've been visiting people. You guys been gone for a while. So, what's going on with you guys?
Honestly, it's been a mix of everything. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like I've been pulled in 100 different directions. Nothing bad, just
Right.
typical summertime busy schedule and stuff with the Missouri State Organization and the Eastern Missouri. Obviously, work stuff, and then a little bit of beekeeping work. Not a lot, because I actually put my treatments on colonies. Would have been exactly 2 weeks ago today. And when I say treatments, I primarily have run Apigard, and I put that on. But I did Triformic Pro this year. 2 weeks ago, on would have been Wednesday before. So 2 weeks ago on one day, we got into a nice cool spell that the temperatures dropped way off. And that was going to be like that for a 5-day span. So I took advantage of that and was able to put those treatments on those colonies. So pretty thankful to be able to do it. But the temperatures kind of bounced back up again. And my intention this week was on Wednesday and Thursday, was to put more treatments back on for my Apigard on my second round. But I was a little concerned that I was in the 80s, and then tomorrow was supposed to be 92, and then like 93 and 95 over the weekend. So it didn't seem appropriate to do that. I didn't feel like there was enough time was going to pass on the initial off gassing. So I'm going to wait until next week on Wednesday and Thursday. But so far, everything looked pretty good. I've made a couple of reductions on things. Sold off one full-size colony to a guy that had to have more of my bees. Apparently, the 2 nukes that I sold him were actually going more gangbusters than the other 2 nukes that he had gotten from somebody else, and swears by the bees now. And I said, well, I appreciate the confidence, but sometimes it's a little bit out of our control. And so I don't want to take all the credit there for that. But, we have been trying to work on growing quality colonies, since we started. So anyway, so we've just had a lot of different stuff going on. Not particularly any one thing, but seemed like that we've been going all weekends and everything. So for JW's information, we haven't been to the lake in a couple of weeks, so we've been working hard in case he cared. Yeah. Looks like he bowed out for a minute.
Yeah, his grandson just came in, so he'll probably be back on in a few minutes. Hey, Lee, man, how's it going? Good to see you tonight with us. Philip, man, what's going on with you? I ain't heard from you in a while, buddy. What's going on?
Oh, well, I'm getting ready for the market. That's what I'm doing now. Can you hear me okay? I'm a little bit of a distance away.
Yeah, just a little muffled, but we can still hear you.
Not bad. You must be using an iPhone. It's not perfect, but you know what? It'll get you by.
Yep. No, I've got an Android. Sorry.
Oh, dang it. Now I should have my mouth, because now Melissa's going to hammer me on that one. Oh, in that case, it sounds pretty good. Keep going.
Okay. Well, I mean, we went out and fed some bees out at Crossroads today, and those bees look good. We did lose one little nuke, and the wax moth tore up, but I hadn't been out there in about a month, so it felt good just to get out there and see how they were doing and get them fed up good. Of course, the one colony out there is the best one we've had, I think, anywhere, and they filled up another super of honey, but I had fed them, so I didn't take any. Plus, I didn't want to deal with just one super, but they just keep impressing me. I think I got 6 supers of honey off that one colony this year. But so we're going to mark it for a breeder and a couple more that are doing real well. And they weren't they weren't real gentle, but with the amount of honey they made, I told Noah, I said, well, we'll breed from those for our stock, and we'll breed from the gentle ones for selling nukes, But we took hives over to, I guess it's been a week and a half. We took hives over to Anson, Texas, which is near Abilene, and put them near Cotton. So I'm looking forward in a couple of weeks to going out and checking on those and seeing how they're doing. That's getting ready for market. That's pretty much it.
Well, it sounds like you're really busy, Philip, I tell you. So when you say you're getting ready for market, you just labeling stuff, fixing your little baskets. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I've got everything labeled right now. I'm building these gift baskets that we make. One thing we did do, we got a July crop this year that we never get, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. And I'm thinking some of it might have been some honeydew, because we have crepe myrtles that have those aphids on it, and it looks like it's raining from those crepe myrtles sometimes.
Wow.
The honey's real good. Let me see if I can grab a bottle. Let's see. So yeah, we're coming up with something new for this market. Let me see if I can show that to you guys.
See if I can get you full screen right now. Let's see. Oops.
The color.
There we go.
Okay, see that? That's got all capel. That's a spring, and what I'm calling summer. That's what we just pulled, and then last fall's honey. So see how it gets from lighter to darker?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's cool.
We're gonna slap a sticker on it that says capel right on the front. Where our market is. So we expect to sell the stink out of these this week and move it into Christmas. So, but yeah, that's kind of fun.
I think with the
same hive.
I think with the honey, different colors, it just gets people excited about it.
Oh yeah, that's our thing. Is when someone walks up, I tell them where our bees are located. I tell them we don't mix the honey from location to location or time of year, and we want to taste all the differences. So sometimes they'll go, I want to taste this one. I go, well, I want you to taste all of them. I want to taste everything we have. And then we get into a conversation about, they're like, I can't believe I never knew honey tasted so different,
Yep.
And I said, yeah, that's why we don't, I said, the big companies all put it in a big vat, They want it to look be the same color and the same taste. We don't. We want it to be different. Yeah, it works for us as a marketing.
That's
And
awesome.
I mean, it's not just marketing. I enjoy that part of it myself.
Yeah. Hey, Tim and Hannah, it's good having you guys on here tonight. We got a question here from Tom, and it's a very good question. And I think about this a lot of times, even with a heavy honey producer, there's kind of the same question. But it says, question for everyone on the stream: how much defensive bee behavior will you tolerate for hygienic behavior? That's a very good question. So, what about you, Keith? What would you do? I mean, how much would you tolerate?
Yeah, the hygienic side is really, that's something that I haven't really stuck my toe into yet with my Shacktown mutts. I've talked about it before. I do tolerate a bit of a spicy hive as long as they'll make a lot of honey for me. So,
Yeah.
so I will tolerate some defensive behavior as long as there's a positive for me there somewhere. It's kind of like that employee that is always kind of a pain in the neck, but he can fix everything he touches. You can you can put up with a little bit of his mess,
Right.
because he can do the job. So
Yeah. I think that's a lot Darren's asking there. That same question is, how do you measure tolerance? And for me, my tolerance level is, chasing me back to the house, on my veil. I can handle those things a little bit, but if I have guests coming over and they're stinging my guest, I won't put up with that. So that's about my tolerance level. I can take some stings. I'm fine with that, but that's how I measure my tolerance level. Is if it's stinging my guest at my house, then no, we're not doing that. So.
yeah, I kind of feel the same way. My hives are split up. I've got about half of them right there at my shop, and the other half up at the little farmhouse. And if I'm just messing around the shop and get stung, I'm not going to be happy with that. If I'm dressed out working the bees and they get a little spicy, that just comes with the job. So, but I don't want to get stung for no apparent reason too many times.
So what about you, Tom? You asked that question. So what's your opinion on that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it kind of depends on the person. I mean, there's not really a right or wrong answer, and that's just kind of why I asked the question. I thought was just curious to know what everybody else's thoughts were. I mean, and I'm not saying right or wrong. I'm just saying everybody has a tolerance, and even who was it that you posted the comment said, what are you gauging as tolerance? Or
Darren actually asked that question. Yeah.
Oh, how do you measure toleration?
Yeah, toleration or tolerance. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I guess that depends on your own personal preference. Really. So, one reason why I actually posed the question is, and I can't say that this goes across the board, but after talking pretty extensively with Corey Stevens, so I'll phrase it like this. When talking with Corey Stevens before, many people have described Corey's hygienic, I'll just say hygienic bees, for lack of a better description, as a little bit defensive. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I've noticed that, maybe. But I guess in order for people to understand what defensive behavior looks like, you have to have, it's kind of a moving scale, isn't it? Whereas if you've only had aggressive bees or defensive bees, you may not understand what, if something is even more aggressive, it's kind of where you start, basically, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Like I said, Corey describes his as kind of like medium salsa, which I don't know, is probably a pretty good description. They're not the most calm and gentle, but yeah, if I go in there sometimes, depending on times of the year and stuff like that, I would say that, they can sometimes be a little bit, and, I don't keep that many colonies at my house, but the ones I do keep at my house, I will say that they have to be pretty nice, because I don't mind getting stung, but I'm not going to make enemies with my neighbors because somebody gets stung, and all of a sudden, because somebody gets stung one time, you're earmarked as having mean bees because, that's just the way people see it. Right. And you know what? I'm not blaming anybody in either direction, but I don't know. I just, it's something I think about from time to time. It's like, what do I want to see in my bees? Do I want to see great? I mean, I would say probably ideally you want the most gentle bees, but you want them to be able to defend themselves. You want the biggest honey crop, and you want them to be able to handle viral loads as well as pest loads, right? So that's like the perfect scenario. But we all know that you're just not going to get that. During a conversation with Corey, he said to me, what his main focus has been on is hygienic behavior and allowing that trait set to help him control viral loads as well as, mites. And I think they kind of somewhat run hand in hand. And he said that sometimes when you're trying to breed one thing in, something else kind of comes along with it. And I think he was kind of referring to sometimes you can get a different trait in there, like maybe a little bit of a defensive behavior or something. He said when he starts to nail those things down, that's what he was going to try and work on more of a gentle stock, if you will. So I don't know. Again, it's kind of a long way around it, but I just was curious to know what other people's thoughts were. That's all. You'll either take a little bit or you won't. And
yeah, I like the question that you posted. I think I like reading the comments. There's a lot of people chiming in there on that. So that's really cool. What about you, Philip? What do you say about that?
First of all, I'm a little bit like Keith, except for the fact I don't make so much honey. But, yes, I'm jealous. Jealousy is going to just keep going until next year, and we'll try to catch up. But no, here at my house, I don't tolerate hardly any. But at the farm, I'll tolerate quite a bit. And at Crossroads, it's kind of in between because people live pretty close to those bees, but not as close as it's only them. It's not a lot of neighbors. And I do have one colony out there in Crossroads that made a super of honey for me, and are doing real well. But they're the ones that when I open them up, they just jump me, So I forgot to say for some reason I caught 2 little tiny swarms like I do this time of year. So I'm kind of hoping that one of those 2 swarms that I caught will have a queen in it that's doing well, so I can replace that real hot one out at Crossroads. So that's kind of it. If it's close to a lot of people, that I won't tolerate, any bad behavior. But the further I can isolate them, I'll tolerate a lot. Now, if I knew I had a colony that was hygienic or varroa resistant, I would probably tolerate more. It's not here in the neighborhood, but at the farm route there, I'd tolerate a lot if that were the case. But right now, I want to breed for gentleness for nukes that I sell and queen production for nukes that I make for myself. Not worry too much about the behavior.
Right.
DC made a comment here, and I think it's probably warranted. Defensive and aggressive are 2 different things. I mean, I think that they can be mistaken as being the same, but I do agree with that statement. I probably shouldn't have used the term so loosely, but defensive meaning holding their own ground, guarding their front door. Aggressive just being you're walked by their hive and they come out and lighten you up and chasing you 50 yards. Yeah, I would say that probably is a good description. So I agree with that, DC. I wouldn't say defensive. I would say how much aggression would you handle, I guess, is the way I should probably word it. So thank you, DC, for pointing that out.
Yeah. So, hey, Jace, how you doing tonight?
Pretty good. How are y'all?
Very good.
Pretty good. Tired because I'm old, but pretty good.
Jace, he's probably the guy that goes and takes naps during the day, buddy. Us young guys here in the crowd, they can't keep up with us, man.
I will say, Jace,
yeah,
when I'm at work at 11 o'clock and I go eat my lunch, I do tend to fall asleep for at least 10 minutes during that lunch. So,
Jace,
he's
not
all day.
I nailed it. He's an old guy.
Yeah. Hey, Jace, I want to give you a little tip. I want to teach you how to sleep in a chair.
Oh, gosh.
There's 2 steps. One is be old, and step 2 is sit in the chair.
That'll work every time.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Jace, I don't know if us young guys in here have time for these old guys. I don't think we're on the same
I know,
playing
right?
field, man. Yeah, shoot, these old guys.
Well, Keith, you want to talk a little bit about our trip meeting Brian over the weekend? Share a little bit of that. That was an interesting little trip, I think.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, that was what, Sunday afternoon. We all headed up. I guess it's kind of west northwest to Asheville. You go through Asheville and then you pop out the other side, and you're kind of just out in the middle of nowhere, and you're on these curvy roads where you can read your own license plate when you go around the curves. And then thankfully, Brian gave us some pretty good directions once we turned off on what was that last road? Coyote something.
Coyote something, yeah. It was definitely a lot of hillbilly names for the roads.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was like Coyote and a lot of weird names.
Yeah, once you turned off on Coyote Road, that was a dirt road, and you crossed this little skinny bridge, and then you kind of went vertical up a hill, and he said there was a few ruts, and he was right about that. So,
How do you like going back down that road? I didn't get a chance to ask you about that.
He kind of overstated the ruts coming in and understated the ruts going out. Once you went over that hill where you couldn't see where you were going, by that time you were committed. You was going down that hill.
Yes.
And yeah, there was some. Those weren't ruts; those were more like craters.
Yeah.
I felt like I was on the moon.
Yeah.
But it was a short little trip down through there, and you was back on that Coyote Lane or whatever it was. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good trip. A beautiful place, great view. Brian, he cooked us some good hamburgers and hot dogs, and had some good action there at the grill. There's a good shot. We were all inside the kitchen heckling Brian through the glass because we could see the fire and he couldn't. And if you're wondering where the Smoky Mountains come from, right there is a lot of the root of the Smoky Mountains.
Everybody's out there grilling out like Brian. These Ohio boys down here grilling out. So
They're burning beef.
But yeah, that was a good time. That was a good time.
Hold on, Keith. I've got that video. So let's share that video real quick.
Yeah.
Look underneath them. It's fired on fire too.
Fire in the hole. Where's the water hose at?
What's going on, Keith?
We had to throw that thing overboard.
Oh my God, that's funny. I think you missed it again. He just opened the lid. It's like.
Brian sends signals.
They were definitely flame broiled, I tell you.
Look like a volcano eruption.
I bet Greg Burns could cook a better hot dog and burger.
We might need to go out there and urge him on.
Oh man, that's a lot of pressure cooking in front of all those guys.
Yeah, you better believe it.
Pressure.
Boy, we let him have it too. Let me tell you. So
He did good though. I was kind of surprised with all that flame. I thought we were going to have
the house
crunchy on the outside and steak tartare on the inside, but they were actually done pretty well. He did good.
Yeah, we had a good time, and I tell you what, getting together with some beekeepers, man, they just ain't nothing like it. We had plenty to talk about. The wives, they just kind of went and did their thing. We were all together doing their thing, and man, it was a blast. It was a beautiful area, and of course, Brian's awesome as always. And to be with Keith and Rodney Middleton, I never got to meet Rodney face to face. It's one of the first people I'd met on YouTube, and just invited me into YouTube, and he comments a lot on people's channels. He's an all around good guy, and we definitely had a blast and a blessing being with those folks. So appreciate it.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Hey, you guys were north of Asheville?
Kind of more northwest of Asheville, I guess. Yeah, something like that. It was It was very hilly.
So
We were
Yes.
definitely in the mountains.
you guys weren't at one of your houses then. You guys were at like some other facility then.
Yeah, it was Brian's
Brothers.
brother's vacation house.
House.
Okay, I gotcha. Cool.
Really nice place.
Yeah.
I think
I can
they rent it out, you know, when they're not using it, but really nice place. But yeah, it was up on the side of the hill. Had I mean, we didn't use it, but had a hot tub, nice little yard, nice porches. It was, gosh, 4 or 5 bedrooms. It was a nice place.
Very cool.
So
Yeah.
Brian and his wife were there for the week. I think they went back home today because I sent him a note. I saw a note that they had a earthquake south of Asheville today.
Really?
A little 2.7. And I sent Brian a note and told him to be on the lookout for a tsunami and running up that creek. But I think he said they left out of there 10:30, 11 o'clock this morning, heading back for Ohio. So he missed all the excitement. Randy's on here. Randy's in that neck of the woods. Tar Heel beekeeper. I wonder if he felt a earthquake.
Yeah, Randy wanted to be with us, but he actually had a beach trip planned, so he couldn't be with us.
Yeah, I've been in places where small earthquakes were detected, and I've never felt a single one. I guess I just jiggle too much anyway. I don't know, but yeah, I was down in High Point working at Ralph Lauren when they had a nice one down that way, and they've had them here, and never felt a thing. I thought everybody else was crazy that was talking about it. Oh, Tar Heel's still in Georgia.
Oh, okay. He's still on a vacation, right?
Yeah.
Hey, is anybody here planning on going to the Georgia Beekeepers Association meeting, which is September? Hold on, I'll tell you here in a second. I think it's September 12th and 13th. That's a Friday and Saturday. I think it is. Anybody planning on going? Oh, yeah. I know Michael's going to be there. I'm going to go hide out in Michael's booth, and then he's going to teach me something about sales, hopefully.
That's a pretty good ride from Missouri.
It is.
Yeah, no doubt.
Missouri.
Well, Melissa and I were going to take off and go down and visit the cruises, Melanie and Dennis. Some of y'all probably know who they are. Oh, yeah. That's
Oh, there's the prize winner.
Yeah, Tom, tell me about this prize that you won, buddy.
Well, I don't know that I deserved it, if I'm being really honest, but that was an observation hive. When I say observation hive, I mean the bees part. The box actually was built by a friend of mine out in the Carolinas that used to own a woodworking shop there and called Horizontal Bees. Yeah, so Ricky actually made that box. That was built off an old log. Well, you know what, Ricky, you can probably describe that part of it. But yeah, so I actually got back home from going to my sister's lake house on Sunday evening late. Monday morning, I woke up, I think it was 5:30 or 6, went outside and literally took that box out there, took the top off, and I needed to put together an observation hive that was supposed to go to the Missouri State Fair, where the Missouri State Beekeepers Organization it has their I mean, it's a 2-week long fair, and they have their honey show with all the different categories and stuff like that. And one of the areas is the observation hive. So I had Ricky build that for me. How long ago was it? Year and a half ish.
Yeah, I think it was the first time I came out to y'all's your first conference out there, right? Out in Missouri.
So that'd been about a year and a half, basically, I guess.
Yeah.
And so, so I mean, that was the second time I got to use it, but I basically that morning early threw some bees in it. And then I also got from Miss Marianne Sears and her husband, some of y'all probably know them in here. She had built, and I bid on it at the at NetNabi here in January for the the kids program, the one that Chase is applying for. And so I ended up winning it, honestly, and then I used that for my honey frame display, and I won second place. And then we won first place on the observation hive. So I can't believe that I won that because I literally threw it together in 10 minutes, threw it in the truck, took it over to go meet the guy at 7 o'clock from our club that was running everything down to the state fair. So that was a surprise for me, but a nice surprise. So I don't know. I actually said probably the reason we won it was probably the display, not what was in it. But
Right. It's probably the bees that were in it. That's what did it. Them
No,
pretty
no, no,
bees
I
that got in it.
the display was what did it.
It's the bees and pretty bees. So
So
anyway,
anyway,
Dot's got a really good question here, and I don't know, Dot, how to answer this. I will say that everybody that I've helped do a bear fence, we usually run a ground wire, hot wire, ground wire, hot wire, ground wire, hot wire, so that when that bear actually does touch that fence, they're grounding themselves out. But I don't know how powerful of a fence charger you need. Does anybody know? Anybody got any info on that? Because I need to put one up myself because I've had several bear attacks at my mom and dad's house now. I'm done. I'm tired of it.
I think Bob Benny's done some videos on it, but I don't remember the how many joules he said they were that you needed to get, because I don't have bears and I just didn't pay a lot of attention to it. But I believe he's had a couple of videos about that, because he ends up putting fences around about every one of his yards, or a lot of them anyway.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And he's one that I listened to a little bit before, because I asked a lot of questions myself about building some electric fences. We don't have the bear problem that some of you all would have, nor like what Bob would have, but they're still present around here. And at this point, I've never had any dealings with them. But I think the one thing that he pointed and mentioned on the videos too, which I think is equally important, it isn't necessarily specifically the amount of power, or I guess it'd be rated in joules. I don't know if that's correct. Joules.
Yeah.
How many joules?
I would
it is,
say
you need to have good
about
ground.
about 5,000 to 7,000 volts is what you need to probably deter one.
I agree with you, Jace.
Yep. But he also points out too, and this makes a lot of sense. If you live in a climate that has very dry soils, you probably need to throw a grounding rod in, because you can have all the power you want, but if you're not grounded well, you won't feel it. So you need to have a good ground. So I think Bob typically does a 3-wire, if I remember correctly. Bottom one's power, middle one is a ground, top one's a power. And he explains, I think, that you don't need it to be extremely high, because bears don't typically jump much. But he also points out that having a large grounding rod, especially in the times of year, if you're in an area that has a dearth or very, very dry, or if you're just a straight dry climate, you need it to be able to ground well. So keep that in mind. But beyond that, I don't know specifically. Sounds like Jace might have a little more experience than some of us here too. So, hey, Jace, you ever grabbed a hold of a 5,000 or 7,000 volt transformer?
I don't know if it was 5,000 volts, but I've grabbed a horse fence before, and it did not feel good.
Yeah. Do you like you and any buddies? Do you like any bets? See who can hang on to it the longest?
Oh yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, that's a guy thing. I get it.
Tom, you're gonna get us on
let
trouble.
him
His
go
mom and
first.
dad's gonna be like, "Hey, you guys on the beach chat's been teaching my kid to grab a hold of fences."
Yeah. Listen. Okay. Disclaimer. Jace, do not do that. Okay. I was just asking the question. Okay. But if you do happen to do it and your mom and dad are okay with it, could you put out a video for us? Because some of us would like to watch it.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Cool.
Well, Jace, you ready to get those that bee box back buzzing again this weekend?
Oh yeah. I'm excited, and it's ready too.
Are you guys going to hook them up with some bees?
Yeah, we hope to get down there. I think we're supposed to see you at 2:00, Jace. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
2:00 Sunday.
Yep, 2:00 Sunday. Yep.
That's awesome. You guys have to put together a little video so we can all experience what you guys are doing there with Jace. That'd be awesome.
I think I'm gonna post on my YouTube channel. I haven't posted, but I think that's gonna be, if they're okay with it and all. I'm gonna make a video out of it, if that's cool.
That'd be awesome.
That'll be great.
Yeah, it'd be good. It sounds so, Jace. It sounds like when Chris Medeiros, the guy behind the scenes there at the North American Honeybee Expo, It sounds like they're going to be starting to go over, I think, those entries that you all did, the video essays. I think here coming up before too long is what it sounded like, and they'll start making some decisions. I thought they said within the next month, maybe.
September, I think, is when they said. They said somewhere around September 11th, I think.
Okay, yeah. So we're a little less than a month away. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Be excited to know if you made it.
Mm-hmm.
What was that note there, Jace, about running an ATV through a new fence?
Yeah, that's my dad.
Oh.
Whenever,
Uh-oh.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh no! Hey, if your dad's close, get on here. We can talk about it. That sounds fun.
Yeah. We need to learn some stuff about this boy.
Did somebody put up a fence where they wasn't a fence yesterday?
It was the first day the fence got put up, and I wasn't used to it.
You got used to it quickly, didn't you?
It happens.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
So when I was a little younger than Jay, I grew up in Flatland. I'm a Flatlander.
That's like 70 years ago.
But now,
That was back before they had mountains.
Before they had people. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
so can you mute Tom for me, Ricky, real quick, so I can tell my story?
Yeah, let me work on it.
Here, I'll do it myself. Here you go.
So my grandparents, I have my mother is a hillbilly from Tennessee, and there was this big hill, and back then the roads were gravel, and my cousin had a bicycle, and we started out at the top of that, or they told me to ride that bicycle down that steep hill. Well, at the bottom of it was a turn, a curve, and I didn't know how to handle a bicycle on a steep hill like that. So I get going, and I get about halfway down it, and it's going so fast I get scared. So then I hit the brakes, which that wasn't a good plan either, because then it starts doing this, fishtailing and all that. And I'm getting close to the bottom, so I let off the brakes so it'll straighten out. Then I hit them again and again, and I get down to the bottom of it, and I've got to make a decision. Do I turn and stay on the road, or do I hit the electric fence and end up out in the cow pasture? I tried to make a turn, but I didn't make it. I went right over the handlebars and picked myself up. So I didn't have an ATV, Jace, but I did the similar thing with a bicycle, but I didn't quite make the fence.
So, Jay, we know what's wrong with Philip now.
Yeah, I was skin up pretty good. I had a little road rash after that incident.
I mean, I would ask if you guys took a video of it, Philip, but I know that would have been before they even had cameras out. So.
Yeah, that was definitely before iPhone.
I don't know. I'm glad I grew up before iPhones.
Oh, yes, no doubt.
No kidding. Amen to that.
There'd be a lot of videos.
Hey, Philip, look at the comment that's on the screen. You'll want to answer this one.
Yeah, I'm on my darn phone, so it's tiny.
Can you see it?
Was your mother also your aunt, Philip? That's pretty funny because there was my mother. She married my father, who was from Louisiana. She moved to Nashville and married my dad. He was in printing school on the GI Bill from the Navy. He served in Korea. And she always said she wasn't going to marry anybody from Tennessee because she knew she would be related to him if she did. And look, we've got a book. Well, that's the one thing about people. Now they're not Appalachian; they're actually west of Nashville, but it's kind of the foothills kind of area of the Cumberland chain there. There's a book she has called Our Stinson. So I started with my grandparents and traced back, and all of a sudden it comes together to the same couple. And then I traced them back, and after about 3 or 4 generations, it comes back together again to the same couple.
Oh, boy.
So, yeah. And as far as I know, Paul, I don't have any ongoing issues that I know about.
Oh, boy. Oh, gosh. Family tree doesn't spread out too far, huh?
No,
Yeah, it's more like a trunk.
That's okay. Around these parts, everybody's kin to each other. Because back in the day, when you went courting, it had to be within walking distance or riding a horse or a mule. So yeah.
Oh no! Listen to this. Oh, gosh, Jason's bloodline in Louisiana. Oh man, down there with Lee.
Yep,
He might be kin to a lot of famous beekeepers.
could be.
Yeah, there's a lot down there.
I think your dad's picking on you, Jace.
Yeah, I think he is.
That's his job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his job.
I know.
That's right.
He's
Never
he's
stops.
probably down there from where them killer bees are at down there, Lee. That you got.
So I hadn't bought my ticket to Nobby yet because I'm waiting to see if Lee's going. Is he going or not?
I begged him to go. Everybody on here, tell Lee that he needs to go.
That's right. Absolutely. We're just planning on seeing you there.
Yeah,
so
Lee.
if you don't show up, you're going to disappoint us.
Yep. Hey, if you don't come, Lee, your dog may get stolen.
Uh-oh. Hey, have any of you guys ever met Lee's mother?
Yes.
I'll tell you what.
She's
I
sweet.
went over to his house, and I'll tell you what, that woman talked to me and grabbed a hold of me and gave me a hug like she's known me for 100 years.
That's right. She did.
You know that?
She does.
That's just, I'll tell you what, I don't know. I don't know why it ever made a lasting impression on me, but I always ask Lee, I'm like, hey, Lee, how's your mama doing? You know, I'm like, she's just a good woman, you know, just good people. I love being around people like that are just, you know, and you could not see her for probably 2 or 3 years. And when you seen her again, she'd probably give you another big hug again. And be like, oh, it's so good to see you. Like you never lost any contact or anything, right? You know, just solid folks. That's the people I like hanging around. I think we lost poor Jace. He was having a bad connection, maybe.
Yeah, probably. It tends to knock him off from time to time.
Yeah.
His dad's taking up all the bandwidth.
I think so. Maybe he went in there to knock his dad off the computer so he could get back on and do some streaming here.
It's like I knew I shouldn't have told him how to use his YouTube.
You know, I would really like to see that he is able to come to Nobby. I'd really like to meet him face to face as parents too, and just have some great conversations with him. You know, he seems like a young man that's eager to make things happen, and I think that we should be supporting those guys, much like you guys right there are fixing to do too. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah, that's great that he's going to make a video.
Yeah, that'll be good. I'll be anxious to see it, honestly.
Yeah, and not only that, I mean, there's other people on here like Dayton here. She donated some money for gas money going down there. So that's, you know, beekeepers helping beekeepers out, right? It's awesome, man. I tell you, you guys are great. You want to help out. She reached out to me and wanted to give a little money, and I said, sure, if that's what you'd like to do, but you don't have to. And you know, that's something she'd like to do. So thank you very much, Jack and Dayton, for that donation. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
So the other reason I haven't bought my tickets is because I know if I say I'm going, it's going to like double the attendance.
Well, see, you know, I tell you what,
They don't want to run on hotel rooms just yet.
They should just pay you to go. You know, it's like royalty coming to the Nobby.
There you go.
Hey, Joey.
What's up?
Joey.
Who's that came in the door? Oh, that's Joey.
Yeah.
Hey,
I can
Randy
barely
says,
tell. You're only like this big on my phone, Joey. It's like, you're 3/4 of an inch tall by about 1.25 inches wide.
There he is.
Y'all can see my net messed up.
Look
at that.
Hey, Joey, you look a little different. Did you get a haircut?
No.
No? Oh, it seems like you got a haircut or something.
there's something different about it. He's just got glow to him tonight, don't he? Let's put some extra cream on the head or something.
Probably got that light shining on my head.
Yeah. You must be using some bee balm or something.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul, I absolutely do want to see you too, but you're not as nice as Lee's mama. So sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a little bit nice, a little bit.
You know what? I've changed my mind, Tom. I don't care if Lee's coming now. I just want to know if his mom's coming.
There
Yeah.
you go. Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that woman, she would make you feel at home anywhere. I don't care who she's just one of those folks, man. She just, I don't know, just good people.
Joe, you're going to the Nobby, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Are you going to go to Georgia?
No.
You could.
Yeah. When is it? September?
Melissa, when is it? September what? I think it's the second week, right? 12th, Friday, Saturday. The 12th and the 13th. Melissa's going to get her steward hours in, and we're going to be down in North Florida a few days before that, visiting the cruise, and then we're just going to, I guess, drive up through there.
What part of Georgia is it in?
Gainesville, which is just north. I think, don't quote me, but I think it's slightly east of Atlanta, Georgia.
Gainesville?
Gainesville, that's correct. I believe it's at the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Is that right?
Yes, it is actually. Yeah.
Or kind of ish?
That's kind of like in the, it's not really tri-state area, but Georgia, North Carolina line right there. Is that close to that?
Yes, I believe you're correct.
Mm-hmm.
Gainesville is where the University of Florida is, right?
Huh?
No. Gainesville, Georgia.
Oh, Gainesville, Georgia. Okay.
Yeah.
Not Florida.
I'll have to check those dates. It's supposed to be somewhere in Texas sometime in September. Maybe that's October. I don't know. I let my wife keep up with those dates.
Smart man.
You know
Once
what?
I fall asleep, I can't remember whatever I talked about yesterday.
There's actually a big lake there. I wonder if JW will bring the boat. We'll do some water skiing. That'd be fun. Too bad he's not on here. Yeah. So Gainesville basically, I guess, would kind of be just barely north and just a little bit east of Atlanta. So basically, it'd be a very distant suburb of it, pretty much.
Hey, Rick, if
Yeah.
JW tries to come back on, I'll back out. Don't you just have room for 6?
I don't know. I think I got room for more than that.
Oh, okay.
I think.
But
Yeah.
I wanted to bring up something y'all talked about earlier about the mean bees. There's different kind of mean bees. Y'all know that, right? There's those that are protective, I don't know, for whatever reason, of the area. They just come out and, fly to you and sting you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have those that's just mean when you go in the hive.
Right.
Yeah.
The hot hive that I had for 2 or 3 years till I finally found the queen, I could sit right by them all day and they'd never bother me. I could put my hands up by the entrance and they'd never bother me. I could take the lid off and they wouldn't bother me. As soon as I started breaking frames and when I got to the first frame that had brood on it, they were coming out. They would cover you veiled up, you couldn't even see.
Huh.
But as far as out in the area, well, with the exception of right after you break that frame, give it a day or two and they'll settle back down and they won't even care about you being in the area. But then you got those others that, you just can't even walk nowhere around their hive. So that's 2 different kind of traits as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to tell the difference unless I go in the hive.
I got another question for anybody. Have you ever been in a colony and you look over at the landing board of the other colony and it's like they're coming in and helping that other colony out because you're there? They're starting to bowl out the colony beside of it to come and attack you also. I've had that to happen. That's been
Never
I
know.
thought that was Yeah, I've had that happen before.
It's a sympathy attack.
Yeah, I think the vibration on that stand will just cause that sometimes, Ricky.
Okay.
You know, you're messing with this hive, but it's vibrating the one next to it.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons Randy Oliver he says he likes to keep his on like 2 concrete blocks each stand.
Hmm.
As you're moving down the road, they do seem to get a little hotter because time to get to the 4th one on that stand, you vibrated it for a while.
Yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't thought about
Yeah,
that.
that is a good point.
Are you sure it's just not mob mentality? One person starts attacking something and everybody else jumps in and they have no reason to understand why anything's happening. They just do it because that's what everybody else is doing.
I will tell you this. I have noticed that if you do get into a hot one and you get some things in your gloves or on your sleeves and stuff, it tends to trigger the ones that aren't naturally mean. Just that pheromone tends to set off more and more as you work through the day. And even if you don't, if you get stung up and go back in the afternoon in the same suit, they'll tend to be a little worse than if you put on a clean suit or whatever.
I've seen that with swarms. You got a colony start swarming, everybody in the yard starts coming out and joining in.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of, not everybody, but a lot of them.
Hey, Tom, have you and Melissa set a place for the dinner for Nobby?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
No,
All right.
I haven't confirmed it. And if I'm being really honest, we haven't had much time to deal with it, being that we were working on trying to get some of the initial plans done for our conference and also for the Missouri State and handle a couple hundred counties and stuff. So that's kind of been part of the firefighting thing. That wasn't the biggest fire, but I haven't gotten any further than where I was at previous. So we can actually jump on that one location that, wait, Ricky, you weren't there last year or this year, were you?
I wasn't there last year, no.
Yeah. So when Matthew with Comfort Pro had it at that location, that was about 10 minutes away. It was a really nice space. You could bring your own food, and it was pretty easy to do in place. So they weren't getting all twitchy about little details. And it was actually relatively cost effective. I did not, and you and I kind of spoke a little bit about that. I did not confirm and nail it down yet, but honestly, it honestly, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad space to work with because we could potentially, if that space was covered for cost, we could potentially, if everyone wanted to donate something, we can spend all that potential donation money to bring food in and anything like that. Melissa and I don't have any problem helping to spearhead any of that. I just don't want to come out of pocket with, a couple $1,000 myself. But it'd also be really nice that there's zero cost for anybody to come, so, and I'm pretty sure that space would allow, boy, I'm going to say at least maybe 200, 250 people potentially. It would hold a lot. So yeah, I mean, so like Lee, I'm sure, Clay, whatever. What I'd like to do is get that facility, then booked if that's what we want to do. I needed to get back in touch with the Louisville tourism, but that requires trying to see spaces that unless they have stuff online and literature online, it's going to be difficult to see, exactly what the space looks like, which I hate doing planning stuff sight unseen. It seems like it could offer some challenges, but I'm also not going to drive out there a couple of times and go look at spots. But this space was actually pretty good. So, I mean, we could potentially just lock that one down. And then, from there, actually, if people wanted to do, I don't know, sky's the limit, some vendors wanted to donate some cool stuff that we could give away. I'm sure that could be done and, maybe some food, but really it'd be like maybe probably a few hour fellowship event, which would probably, that was what it would boil down to. So hopefully here, if you all can give me a little bit more time, maybe another month and a half, we can probably really start to nail down some details a lot closer. We just have a lot going on still right now. So He's the
And
85.
you're talking about the building where the mead tasting was, right?
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah, that was a nice place. It wasn't
Yeah, it
that far
wasn't
away.
bad, right?
Pretty easy to find.
Yeah. I mean, what would you say, Keith? 10-minute drive, maybe 12-minute drive?
10, 15 at the most. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, like people like, Todd, Loma Vista, he's going to be flying in. Hey, I'll gladly give you a ride out there for maybe like $200 or $300. Not a big deal, No, I'm just messing that. Yeah. Anybody, I'm sure we'd be able to get people out there. We'll probably have an Explorer so we could fit a handful of people in there, and if people are flying in. So that wouldn't be a problem. I just would like to have it really close, but that may not be a realistic idea to do so. So anyway, but that's definitely a real possibility. Keith, your thought, wouldn't you say that you could hold an easy 200 people in there, maybe 250?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the way they had the tables set up for the mead tasting wasn't that efficient. You could get a lot more folks in there, which I don't know if you'd want to fill the whole floor up with tables anyway, or you got different options to do there. But yeah, definitely a whole lot bigger than the pizza place.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking, leave like a little bit of space. If Ricky wants to do like a dance off or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Charlie probably needs quite a bit of space to get going.
That's what I'm thinking. Joey probably come in there with some breakdancing moves from back in the day. I mean, I like that idea too. So we got to keep some little bit of space,
I think that's a fantastic location, but I just want to tell Todd that Tom gave me a ride last year and he charged me that price, but then he charged me double to bring me back.
Hey, shh. Gosh darn it. How's a man supposed to make a buck out there, Trying to do some horse trading. Isn't that what JW says?
It was so tight in that pizza place that when somebody started to take a bite of pizza, there was two other people right here with their mouth open. Like little birds in a nest,
It was like a hive, right, Joey?
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. That's
Felt
good.
like a hive that was getting ready to swarm.
Yeah.
Well, really, we can put a lot of this stuff on JW because when you're not in present or you're not in a location and you get voluntold stuff, isn't that how it works?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll just let him know that he's responsible for 85% of all the costs that we come up with. So see how that works out.
But yeah, I mean, from us talking and looking at the comments, I mean, you've got some financial backing here if you want to pull the trigger on something.
Yeah.
I think
you don't have to.
You got lots of help.
Yeah, you don't have to donate to come. I'm going to donate quite a bit myself, so we'll get the thing rented. I'll make sure of that. So
yeah,
I already mentioned that to Tom. I'll make sure it gets rented. So
yeah.
We froze up.
Melissa just asked me a question to ask you all. Right now, she's making my dinner for me, so I can't have her on here, okay? I'm just kidding. I love you, babe. Don't throw the knife, please.
Nice. Heck, it's going to be a hatchet.
She's throwing my pecans. That's my pecans. I'm just joking, folks. I love that woman to death, but I'll tease her until the end of the time. She asked if we would rather try to raise money for door prizes and or food, or what people's thoughts are. I mean, this is kind of like, this is a community thing. This is not a one-person show. So we want to do what everybody else wants to do, but we're happy to help facilitate it. That's what it boils down to. Paul, you asking what's for dinner at Nobby? I mean, if you want to donate a lot, it can be steak and baked potato and salmon and, I mean, I love to eat good, so you tell me.
Tonight it's leftovers because we're going to be gone all weekend, busy.
What?
Oh, leftovers, Tom. You poor fella.
You never said leftovers. Todd's in here talking about steak, and now you're going to feed me leftovers?
We've got 3 choices tonight, people.
Hey, buddy.
Grilled chicken, corn on the cob, and baked potato.
I had that last night.
Taco salad.
That sounds pretty good.
Or pasta, tortellini pasta.
No pasta. Nobody likes pasta. Everybody tolerates pasta, but nobody likes it. Tacos.
You're weird.
I always tease her about that. I'm like, nobody likes pasta. They just tolerate it. Oh, Jack and Danae say peanut butter. Hold on, where'd it go? Peanut butter and honey sandwiches.
Yeah.
So, funny story, actually, when I was down, I don't know why, but I've never eaten, well, I have now, but eaten a peanut butter and honey sandwich. And I was down at Dennis and Melanie Cruz's place down there in North Florida last year. Me and Dennis got through working some hives in the morning, and we come back. He goes, "Well, I'm getting kind of hungry. What do you want to do?" And I'm like, "I don't know, whatever you want." I'm like, "We can keep going or, whatever." I'm like, "I'm good." He says, "Well, I'm getting kind of hungry. Let's go back to the house." He goes, "What do you think about a peanut butter and honey?" I'm like, "Honestly, I've never had it." I'm like, "Let's do it." We went back to his house and had a peanut butter and honey sandwich. That was a darn good lunch, honestly. And that sounds really simple and really silly, but they've got some really good honey down there. And honestly, Dennis or Melanie, if you're on here or if you're watching at a later date, which sometimes they do, I haven't forgot about the peanut butter and honey sandwich. And when I come down in a couple of weeks, that's what we're going to have for lunch. So tasty.
Can't beat P&J, especially with a little honey on it.
Oh yeah. Nice and quick. Get your energy up. Get back at it.
Yeah, I think you about put honey on everything.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes good.
Hey, Todd said I can head over to his house and he'll keep it warm if I jump on JW's plane to go get that steak.
So we're going to go ahead and do the drawing for tonight for the free shirt. You don't actually have to go to the Nobby. I will ship these out. Hope Sandler won one last week, and Morse he won a shirt, and we also have Larry's wife Jan who has won a shirt. So if you want a shirt from our channel, if you're going to be at the Nobby, we'll drop it off there. You just need to put Amber's name on there, and she's going to look at the chat and draw a name off of it. So just put hashtag Amber or something like that, and she will take a name. She's ducking from us.
Or we could do hashtag Ricky's cool kid, huh?
There you go, cool kid. Yeah.
What do you think about that, Amber? Is that a good one, Amber? Hashtag cool kid.
I like putting hashtag, letting Amber do this because if you don't get picked, then it's Amber's fault. It's not my fault. She's looking, so just keep typing that in.
I'm only on the stream side, so Amber, I got to do mine verbally. I'm gonna say hashtag Amber's cute dog.
Oh, did you hear that?
You're a suck up. I like it. No,
Amber's the boss. I like that. Pretty good. Amber's a cool kid.
Wait, can I do 3?
No, you can only pick one name tonight.
What? It's only one. You never told me that.
It's only one name tonight.
Wait, scroll up.
Well, that's fine.
Amber, anybody but Hale Hive. Okay.
Yeah, he wins everything.
Wait a minute. Who's Hale Hives? Do I know that person?
She's still looking.
No.
These kids, they just can't decide anything. They're kind of like Jace there. Probably, it takes forever to make a decision, Jace, how old are you?
14.
Oh, there's you an older man, Amber.
Oh, boy. We're having a long-distance relationship. You already marrying your daughter off?
Who's this?
Very careful. They're both going to drop off.
Who's that?
That's that one.
Oh, you got okay. She picked Jack and Dayton to win a shirt. Now that's awesome.
Danae.
Danae, excuse me. Yeah, that's awesome because she donated some money for this trip to go down and see Jay. So that's pretty cool. So if you guys will send me a shirt size, Jack and Danae, and we will get you guys a shirt from the channel. So we appreciate you guys being on the channel tonight.
They'll probably have to fight over it first, see who's going to get the
Yeah. Yeah, Amber, you just started a fight. That's two people.
But I want to be 2 people.
Yeah. All right. So there's our shirt drawing for tonight. And we'll try to do that again next week. And
So
if you think it's unfair, she may be at the conference also, so you can just jab her, whatever you need to do when you're there.
So Jace, do you have any colonies currently?
I do not.
No, okay. But you will as of next week, is that right?
Sunday.
Complimentary of those fellows over there. Good job, guys.
Yep.
That's awesome. You came to the right spot. There's some pretty cool guys here.
Oh yeah.
I'm bringing the top honeyman down, Keith Spillman. He can answer every question you need. So I'm just there to support him. So
No,
I'm hoping he can school me a little bit because that man built a pretty good honey crop off of a small amount of colonies, So
Yes.
he's putting me to shame. Hopefully he teach us.
I'm retired and have plenty of time to play.
That's awesome. Well deserved.
He's like me, or I was thinking he might be like me. He could answer any question asked, but it might be like, I don't know.
I don't know is an answer.
That's it.
Yep.
So I think to answer Gary Stewart's question, what a young man weighs at 14, I think Jace weighs in at 180 and he can bench, I think, 300 pounds is what I understood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's a bulky fella,
That's good. He can tote everything when we get down there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yes, sir. Hey, Keith, we talked about that before. Melissa, when I was telling Melissa last year, or technically this year, I keep saying last year, but it was January. We were at Nobby. I had to spend the last day, pretty much most of that day, gathering all of our items. And I told Melissa, I'm like, you know what? I'm like, this sucks. And she's like, what? And I'm like, having to get all of our stuff. And she's like, yeah, it kind of does, because I felt like I was, having to go to each spot, wait for a minute, show them the order stuff, get that, maybe go back in the back and pick it up, and then go to the next spot, figure out where it was at. So you're back and forth around on the trade floor, back to the storage area and stuff. So I felt like I spent half a day long gathering all of our. Whoa, man! You're trying to break the computer.
I was taking the computer out with me, guys.
Oh, you're still mad? I was just messing around with you earlier. Don't be angry. But I said that to me it wasn't as much fun that we had to go gather our things. So I'm like, hey, we should pay one of our sons to come out here with us, and I'll give them the list of everything that needs to be picked up. And like, here you go, load the car. Where you going, Joey?
I was waving at Paul.
Paul?
Oh, I thought you were waving at me.
Baton Rouge guy.
Good evening.
Waving to Paul.
Where'd Ricky go?
I don't know. He added me and dropped off.
Huh.
Hit the eject button.
That means
I was-
Paul's running the show now.
I was logging into the StreamYard. I was wanting to see, did I win?
Oh yeah, you sure did.
And
I was wondering. Philip left, so I figured I won. So he was kind of pissed off and left, huh?
Oh,
Ricky says
Ricky's
hi.
hiding in the studio.
So Ricky, we could bring you in, but we can't bring you in. I'm not signed into your account, bud. So you might just have to hang out in the back for a while. But now that you're not on here, we get to voluntold you on different things that you're going to be elected to do since you're not on the chat.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
People are dropping like flies now.
Yeah, who else just dropped?
Somebody else fell out.
That was Philip.
Oh, I'm still here, Tom.
Oh,
I'm just
he's
hiding in the back.
Doggone
I
it.
was gonna say, see what happens when I come on. People start falling off. I don't know what happens here.
They heard about you. They're like, I don't want to be around that guy.
So 6 is your maximum?
It is. I thought I could get more on here.
Okay. I'll back out and let Philip come back in.
Well, that's fine. We appreciate you
Well,
coming on
Joey.
tonight.
I can watch it
Joey,
back.
before you go, Joey, Thursday night dinner. Where are we going?
I don't know. There's a bunch of them talking about going out to eat together.
Hold on. Can I make a suggestion to you
We'll
guys?
find out then.
I'm going to make a suggestion to you guys. Joey, where did you take us to go eat at that place that serves chicken, but they've also got really good fish?
Huh?
The place that you took us to when we were down in Louisiana.
Oh, Sugar Shack?
Yep. Go there.
That wasn't in Pineville, though.
No, that was in Pine. Pineville is where the Louisiana convention's going on next
Louisiana
week.
Beekeepers
Oh,
Association.
okay. I got you. I understand. I got you.
And I figured Jeff's going to be there, Michael Bear's going to be there, you're going to be there, Joey, I'm going to be there. I said, well, hey, we can all go to dinner that night, huh?
Yeah.
Basically, all the cool kids, right?
I'm gonna guess you're gonna get Mexican.
Yeah. If Jeff's going with you, you're going to Mexican.
Well, last year, though, the Louisiana Beekeepers Association didn't do anything, and Cayman was the keynote speaker. I said, Cayman, what are you doing for dinner? He goes, I don't know. I said, well, you're coming with me then. And Cayman and I went and had shrimp and crabs out at what's the name of that place? I forgot. They've got a couple of them here in Louisiana that has shrimp and crab boils and whatever. That was a good time. It was just me and Cayman. We spent 2 hours just sitting there talking. I thought, this is great. So we had a great time.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna back out and let Philip get back in.
Hey, Joey,
That's
before
what
you go, I just want to tell you the haircut looks good, man. Keep it up.
Yeah. Let me know about dinner if you.
I parted
need
it
more
this
information.
way.
I think it looks good.
I thought it was shining a little bit.
Yeah,
Last time we had it this way, it wasn't shining as much. This time it's shining a little more.
It's the grain, the way the grain goes.
Part it with the grain. Is that how it
Look
goes?
at
Is
Jace. He's
woodworking
wondering
tip?
what he's got into here.
I'm kind of like Ian. Now my battery started.
Oh,
There he goes.
I'd say it is.
He just pulled a JW. That's what JW does.
Yeah.
Philip's back in. Philip, did I win?
I heard Tom talking about me while I was gone.
I was hoping Philip would go away and not come back in here, but here
Y'all
he
were
is.
talking about what to eat for dinner, and you made me hungry, so I had to go grab something to eat. So
What do you got? Sure.
I got salad with some chicken strip.
Oh yeah, dude, that sounds good. Yeah, that sounds.
Did
really
I win that RTX honey variety pack?
Yep, fall to the mail.
Okay.
In the mail.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it.
Can you email me that chicken salad?
Yeah, I'll email it to you.
All
Well,
right.
you'll have a taco salad. So
I'll have a
you,
taco salad.
you and
Yeah.
Philip can kind of.
So here, I think we got to let Jace talk for a little bit. Jace, what do you have on your mind?
Jace, what'd you have for dinner?
What are you thinking, buddy?
I don't know.
Okay, what about bees? Do you have any concerns moving forward? Do you have any questions? I mean, I know you're going to get schooled by the master Keith here, but what are your thoughts?
I don't really have many. I'm concerned about winter. Getting them through the winter, and I guess I'm not sure of what kind of feeding I need to do for them. If I should do a frame feeder or entrance feeder or whatever. I'm not sure about that yet, or even all. I'm not. I know I need to feed them a whole lot whenever they get here. So, but yeah, my main focus is.
Did you
just
treat them?
really-
Have you treated
sorry,
them
what?
in the last? Have you treated them in the last month since you pulled honey?
Well, I haven't ever pulled honey.
Okay.
So he lost his bees. His bees have absconded, and we are going down. I have bought a top feeder and a frame feeder, and this nice gentleman over here is bringing down sugar water for you. We're going to do a sugar roll. Your bees will already be treated. I will have them treated before I bring them down there to you. So hopefully you will be set and ready to go.
I'm
Sounds
just
good.
thinking after pulling honey, you need to start treating them or whatever at that point in time and get them started for. You start if you wait till December to do it, you're a little too late.
Yeah, but yeah, my main focus is just going to be getting them through the winter. I think.
And Jason, if they don't make it through winter, don't count that as a loss. And this is a good experience for you to learn with these bees. If they don't make it, it's not a big deal. Just remember, about every beekeeper loses about 50% of their colonies, unless you're like, Keith Spillman over here, or Tom and Melissa, or some of these other beekeepers. But there you go. Yeah. Everybody tends to lose a colony, and that's the good thing about having two. So if you lose these, it's no big deal. It's just the experience of getting them through winter. And I always say you're a true beekeeper when you get your bees through winter. So just remember that. If you lose them, no big deal.
So grow your long ponytail in the back. Get ready to go.
Definitely don't do that. Don't take that advice, Jace. I'll have to have a talk with your dad. I'm sure Don't do the ponytail. Yeah, definitely not.
Okay.
Don't do
I
that.
used to have one too.
I'm not sure about those guys with the
Mine's going a little thinner. I'm just glad it's turning gray and not turning loose right now.
There you go.
So
There you
Jay,
go.
get you a long ponytail and get you a wife that's a lot younger and a lot prettier than you are.
I got that already.
His dad's not going to let him talk to us anymore.
The old fart advice just doesn't go so far, right?
Yeah. Hey,
Todd said Joey
Oh,
used
look
to have
at
a ponytail.
His dad's got long hair too.
oh no
Uh-oh.
way, that's hilarious.
Oh,
There you go.
Todd said Joey used to have a ponytail.
No way.
really? Joey had a ponytail? Wow.
What's this?
I used to cannot touch mine on the back of my back like that. So
Wow.
that was a few years ago, though.
The kids do the man buns. Not around here, they don't.
No man buns. No.
Yeah. No,
No.
man buns. See, even Keith's like, nope, not gonna do that. Nope, not gonna do that.
So
So,
my dad has really thick hair, and he had really long hair, like down past his shoulders, when we were dating and got married.
You were dating your dad?
When I said
Oh.
we did this.
I didn't know
And-
I didn't know she was from Louisiana, guys. I apologize.
when we got married, I told him he had to cut it off to walk me down the aisle. So he did. He put it in a ponytail and cut it all off, and he still has the ponytail.
He does?
Yeah, it's in his dresser or something.
That's not weird at all.
And he hasn't grown it long again since then.
So Melissa is important to her dad. That's what she's trying to tell you.
that one time.
And from Jace's dad says, and from Louisiana.
I gotta get
Jace, what's your dad's name?
His name's Artie.
Artie? Say again.
ARTY.
Artie. Okay, gotcha.
Artie.
I'm from Louisiana too, so watch out now.
We got to poke at you guys just a little bit.
Yep.
Born and raised in Florida, but transplant to Louisiana now. Here's Joey saying, "Hey, he's from Louisiana too, and you see how much hair he's got." So,
Well, Jace, hopefully you get to the North American Honeybee Expo. We get to meet you and your parents. That'll be so much fun to get to hang out and stuff. And, you know, we can make fun of these old guys here in the chat. Us young guys can do that. You know, we can make fun of these old fellas, and
Oh yeah.
it'll be a good time. But I'm sure if Keith and Ricky are bringing you down a hive, those guys will get you squared away on some good techniques and things that you might need to focus on to get those honeybees or to increase the odds of those honeybees making it through winter. Those guys will get you squared away.
Oh yeah. For sure.
So we'll be anxious to hear how that all works out for you. But definitely, if you got the ability to do so, make a video of your guys' journey when those guys come down and you know, all the fun highlights and stuff, and then you can post it on your YouTube channel. We can share it around.
I think Keith Spillman said something about wearing shorts down there, just so you know. So this is going to be kind of exciting. He tends to get stung a little bit, so make a good video. So,
We'll throw some bees at him then, just for effect.
Did you see Joey's comment?
I'm going to shake him before we open it up. So, you know, while Keith's in those shorts, you know, it'll be quite exciting for him.
No shorts for me.
What is this?
I wear shorts, I'm gonna get stung.
What's this comment here from a Joseph Rawls? I thought him and I were friends. I thought we were friends. Tar and feather me.
So what was it that Brian said about wearing shorts, Keith? I forgot what he said when we was down there.
Yeah, he always wears them, but he said he always gets stung too.
He doesn't tell nobody that.
Yeah, he said it don't hurt much anymore.
Just the sensation of the bees walking up my leg would be just bothersome.
Yeah, I can't do that.
You would get twitchy for sure.
I would get twitchy.
yeah, I think shorts and Crocs. That's what you got to wear out in the bee yard, right?
You know, when we go to a bee yard, I don't want to get completely lit up, but I got to be honest with you guys a little bit. I actually don't mind getting stung some. I mean, I don't know if that sounds kind of odd or not, but I think I don't want to be lit up on the face or have bees chasing me down and stinging me multiple times, but taking a handful of stings is not really an issue for me.
I'd rather get stung than bit by mosquitoes.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'd rather get stung by a honeybee than get bit by a mosquito, hands down.
I will say, like Keith, when he got stung the other day, when he's talking to me, he's like, he's just feeding his bees some sugar water, So sometimes I don't zip the veil up, I might be in shorts, and I'm always chancing it when I go out there because I'm not really working in the bees, I'm just kind of moving some stuff around. So far I've been lucky not got stung.
Did you tell them how the boys had to do some landscaping around some beehives this last week?
Oh, they did. Yeah, my sons, Melissa and I happened to be leaving for the Missouri State Fair before then, but I set up a job for my sons to do. A lady who ironically happens to be a beekeeper, and she is in our club, had us to come out to do a bunch of cleanup work on her landscaping beds and such. And she has and it's in a residential area in St. Louis County, so it's a really nice area. And she had maybe 10 colonies or so in the backyard. And I told the boys, I said, hey, I went out there and did some spraying ahead of time and took care of some stuff initially. And then we went there on their route, and before I left, and showed them around everything I needed done. It's very specific about how we were going to handle things. And anyway, they had to work and do a lot of cleanup around beehives and run some equipment and stuff like that. So I said, take a couple bee jackets. I'm like, you might need them when you're back there. They never complained or had any issue with it. So they asked me if they got hazard pay. And I'm like, come on, you guys are guys. That's how you build your man card,
Yeah.
So there's that. So Joey, I want to say something here. You said you'll keep it safe and use honey rather than tar. We could actually do something like that for a fundraiser to give to a charity. But I think what we should do is do Ricky Rourke.
No.
No, what we do is we can do Tom. We'll wait till the dearth really hits.
Oh,
I think
man.
it's Tom. I think Tom would get more money. Tom would get more money for sure.
Yeah, Tom will definitely get more money.
We could raise money for some charity or something, right? By doing that. I'm not saying tar or honey and feather meat entirely, but maybe my upper area or something.
I was just gonna split a whole jug and just start at your head and just let it.
Well, I'm not wanting to get lit up in the face. He's so sweet. See, Paul? Yeah.
Aww.
Who did we lose? We lost somebody.
Keith. Keith fell off.
He usually doesn't fall off. Uh-oh. He must have leaned back and kicked his cord loose on his computer.
God says he doesn't own a pair.
Somebody has a lot of background noise. Who is it? Is that Philip?
Yeah, I think it's Philip.
Philip, what are you doing in the background? Are you vacuuming? Stop
Actually,
vacuuming and come back on the chat.
He's actually muted, so.
I just went and refilled my glass of tea. That's all.
Okay, I thought you were in the background vacuuming or something.
No.
Hi, Rhonda.
It's actually Paul. We're getting a little bit,
Where'd Paul go?
Is it me?
A little bit.
Oh, there you are. Paul's there. Who'd we lose?
We lost Keith.
There he is.
Keith's back.
Obviously pushed the wrong button.
Oh, I thought Ricky was being mean and he booted you off.
No, I just wiggled my screen and I was off in Never Never Land.
Oh boy.
I think I'm muted. I'm muted on YouTube, so I don't think it's coming from me.
You can't be muted because I hear you.
Well, I meant on the. I'm not muted in StreamYard, but I'm muted on YouTube.
Oh.
Oh, it
There.
stopped.
It just stopped. Whoever got muted, it stopped. Now it's back.
I think
I don't know.
with you.
I think Ricky's messing with me. I think Ricky's vacuuming in the background or something.
I got to get things cleaned up before the wife gets here,
Oh, heck yeah. I understand what you're saying. Sometimes they get a little caliente if you don't do all your chores,
Sí. Yes.
Caliente.
Yeah, mucho caliente.
Now I do have the dishwasher going in the background. Is that what you're hearing?
That
Oh,
may
that
be
could
what it
be.
is. Yeah.
That could be it.
Yeah. Ain't no big
Yeah.
deal. We're good.
It's all good.
Yeah.
So I want to know, besides Nabi, what other workshops coming up people are going to, because like Tom said, we're going to the one in Georgia, and then Illinois State is having one in November, and we're planning on going to that one too.
Melissa has to build her honey show steward hours.
I have to get my honey show hours in.
I told her that she was going to have to do the honey show at Nabi, and she said, absolutely not, is what she said.
Well, they got a special line just for her this year.
Yeah,
So she can enter all her entries this year.
You know, I'm undecided if I'm going to enter. I'm sure I'll enter some stuff in Nabi, but I don't know that I'll enter as much as I did last year, because I needed to build up points for this honey judge thing, and I don't need I have all the points that I need as far as like show entries, so it'll just depend on how much time I have in December, how much I enter.
So you're going to start wearing a white jacket and one of those white hats? Is that what
you're saying? Interestingly enough, that you happen to bring that up.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here comes the KKK.
We now have a doctor in the house.
There you go.
Whoa,
Where's your
look
patch?
at that.
However, I ordered it too big, so I have to get a new one.
Where's your patch that goes on the front that says "Hey"?
Well, I don't have any yet though, because I haven't done any of the stewarding. The show in Georgia will be the first honey show I actually work. So
what do you have to do in order to get the fedora that goes?
Well, yeah, I just ordered that too. I have that coming too. So I'm going to be all official here next week.
I think she ought to be a rebel in the bunch and get like a cowgirl hat.
Well, so you're going to have it all ready for Nabi? You're going to judge at Nabi?
No, I'm not gonna volunteer to judge at Nabi. That's just too crazy.
So I can't bribe you then. Is that what you're saying?
No, because when you work the honey show at Nabi, you're in that honey show the entire time.
Yeah.
So all 3 days.
Night and day for 3 days, right?
Yeah, basically. So
Yeah,
I'm not saying I wouldn't ever do it at Nabi, just this year I'm not going to.
She said she couldn't leave me unbridled running around those places that long.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think my wife said something about, do you shop at every conference? I think that's what she said on her a second ago.
Yeah, she knows you too well, Tom. That's why she can't.
No, me, I don't. I don't. I'm just the one at Illinois and the one at Georgia that we're going to. I'm just going to go there and hang out and try to stay out of trouble best I can.
We only shop at Nabi,
listen to some of the good speakers, and if there's somebody else that is going down there, I know 21st B will be there. So if there's nobody else to hang out with, I might go hang out with him a little bit and sit at his table and, I don't know, help him out a little bit if he needs some help.
Brian, I think you're right. I think Paul should come to the EMBA workshop and do the honey judge class.
Ooh.
And then me and him can go steward honey shows together.
Well, that's in February though, right?
Yep.
That's my ski weekend.
That you don't even know what weekend it is.
I go to Colorado that ski week.
Well, this will be the week that you're not in Colorado.
Hold on. You might have to hit some pretty high peaks in Colorado in September to get some snow, right?
No.
Oh, September. It's in February.
EMBA for ours.
Oh, EMBA. I thought we were talking September. My
so
bad.
you stop in St. Louis.
I go out and see Brian in February in Colorado. That's what I go. That's why I
you
saw him
stop
last
in
year.
St. Louis first and then head on to Colorado. See?
Well, hold on. Brian.
Oh, yeah. Brian will be at the EMBA workshop.
I will say this. At the EMBA workshop on February 20th, you all can come. You heard it here first.
I leave Colorado when Paul visits.
Brian Zavada teach in Missouri.
Oh, wow.
Todd, I don't think I trust you to watch Tom. I think that is excellent. Can we throw JW in there in the mix too?
Oh my goodness!
Lord help us all.
Bring Bale.
Yeah. Todd and JW would just lead him down the primrose path, right?
Oh, I'm telling you.
I'm gullible too, Paul. You know. Hey, Todd, I just seen your message.
But yeah, so we're right now planning on. Well, I bought the tickets, so we're going to Georgia, and then I don't know that the Illinois State one in November. I don't know that those tickets are on sale yet. So we'll be going to that one too again, just so I can work on the honey show.
That's what I say. Y'all are getting
I
to be
need someone
celebrities at all these other
to
state
go
conferences
with
and stuff, man.
I need someone to babysit Tom at those two though. So I need someone else going to one of those two.
I don't know if I need more babysitting though than someone that can feed me.
Feed you. Well, yeah. Well, Michael Mahar will be at the Georgia one.
Well, he told me to come into his booth and feed him.
Oh, that's all right.
What you doing next weekend?
Next weekend, we're actually speaking in Palmyra, Missouri. They're doing a little honeybee commute. I can't remember the name of it, but we're speaking and Natalie is speaking, and it's supposed to be like little bee awareness community day event type thing.
Okay, because the Louisiana Beekeeping Association conference is next weekend. You could come down here and I'd feed you.
I know. I had thought about it, but we had already had this scheduled.
You'll go home 10 pounds heavier, I guarantee it.
And then Todd's barbecue. And Todd and I have already been talking about food, like when we get together and what we're going to have and what steakhouse we're going to, barbecue and all that good stuff. I tried to get him to barbecue when he comes here, and he said he doesn't have his barbecue. I told him I'll buy him one if he comes up here and cooks.
We got a grill and we've got a smoker.
Yeah. Problem solved.
February 20th?
20th and 21st.
Yes.
The 20th is Friday, right? And so we have some things going on Friday, some classes, the Honey Judge Training Council, and then a banquet dinner that evening. And then on Saturday is the actual workshop.
Most of the classes that will take place on that Friday would be a second and third year beekeeper, so an intermediate level. And then on Saturday, which is kind of like the quote unquote main event, if you will, that will be a full beginner side and a full experience side. But if somebody was looking for additional classes for a small fee, we haven't determined all these little small details. You can come to
on Friday.
Coper away from the grill. That's right. Just keep Brian Coper away from the grill. That's why they call it the Smoky Mountains, Keith said. Trying to burn down.
That's pretty cold.
Yeah. Keith's words, not mine, Paul. Okay? But it was funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was good. I liked it.
So Tom and I got to perform surgery today. Did he tell you guys?
I didn't mention any of that. No.
So we're going to work on getting our surgeon certification now too.
Well, you got your doctor's.
I got my doctor's
test.
jacket already. No, we went and toured a facility today for like future conferences. And in one of the rooms that the lady was going to show us, it was a doctor's convention type conference thing going on. And they were on break, but the one guy, they had a special robotic machinery in there, was in there. He's like, hey, you guys can come in and take a look around. And he had this machine in there. I guess it's called a Da Vinci machine.
So if you want to see this, Google search Da Vinci surgical system or Da Vinci surgical robot.
And it's 3 pieces. So one is the main robot that has like 4 different arms. The other piece is just the screen and the computer part itself.
Control unit.
Yeah. And then the third part is this seat that has a VR control for the doctor to sit in. So he sits in there and he has these little VR controllers and can see everything in 3D and is controlling these. So we got to sit in the doctor's seat and work the Da Vinci machine and actually pick up little rubber bands and put them on these little, it was kind of cool. He said it's like
is that the future of artificial queen insemination? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I said. I'm like, hey, we could do a lot of queens with this. He's like, well, it's about a $3 million machine. I'm like, well, I have to sell a lot of queens with this. But he said they use it for basically what do they call the small incision? Laparoscopic surgery, and it can do things from basically from your neck down to your pelvis. So they do a lot of prostate stuff, hysterectomies with it, gallbladder removals, some thoracic stuff and whatnot. It was pretty cool.
I've had a couple friends that have had that surgery done with that robot like that.
Yeah. And he said the thing that was cool though is he said really all that you need to work these machines is electricity and Wi-Fi. So this robot could be in one country and the doctor could be in the VR part in a completely different country performing surgery.
Well, these young doctors these days, they're used to playing Grand Theft Auto or something like that, and they go in there and they become doctors, no problem. They've got experience, right?
Well, he actually said that they have specific video games that they give to the doctors to train them and get them more used to how this thing moves and whatnot. It was really cool to use it.
It was pretty cool to be able to operate it. We actually basically had this little configuration of things that were like represented soft tissue that you would take these rubber bands off the table and put the rubber bands on, take them off, and try to do different things with it. And I don't know, it was pretty neat. I'm not a video game guy. I never grew up with it. About the best I did was Atari years ago. And video games are not my thing, but this was actually pretty fun to do. It kind of reminded me of when Melissa and I had the opportunity to jump in the B-2 bomber flight simulator in Whiteman Air Force Base. I don't know, a handful of years ago, and actually get to fly the B-2 bomber on the training.
So now we can fly
facility.
B-2 bombers and perform surgery at the same time.
There you go.
So let us know if you want us to put you on our books.
You were there. Well, inseminate me some queens and send them down here. We'll be ready to go, right?
We're gonna have to do a lot of them to pay for that $2.5 million.
It was really cool though.
Yeah. Hey Chris, before we get off here, you got any updates for Nobby? Anything that needs to be announced?
Come on, Chris. Tell us what's
here,
the
Chris.
news.
Tell us the good, bad, and the ugly, buddy. We got to figure this out now.
Yep.
Not put him on the spot or anything, but hey, come on.
Well, hey, can he come in? I can get out, Ricky, if Chris wants to come in.
I don't know if he wants to come in, if he just wants to top something. Chris, you want to come in, or
how long y'all here for?
Oh wow, looks like we'll be in here for another hour.
I would say for as long as you could talk, but we know that won't ever end then.
Oh man,
I'll drop. Chris can come on.
I can drop. I'm gonna drop out right now. Listen to you guys on
He
YouTube.
says he needs 10 minutes before he can get on.
Yeah, he's gonna put his kids to bed. So,
but Todd wants to be first on our surgery list.
Sounds good.
Let me write that in my book here.
Get it all scheduled in. Get that worked out. I'm not sure what to tell you to do as far as pre-surgery stuff. I guess just do what you want, and we'll just figure it out as we get through it. So, need you to sign off on some.
This first surgery though is going to be like $3 million though, so we can buy the machine.
Got to pay for the machine somehow,
We don't take insurance either.
I hear those beekeepers who live in California can afford that though. So.
Oh really? Wow.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
What you going to do for Todd? Todd, you're going to graft into a steak because that's what he's always cooking or whatever whenever he's on here, right?
We could play with the machine and take the steak off the plate and put it on the grill from the other room.
Well, messed with you, eh? Yeah, what was years ago when we did that B-2 bomber simulation thing? We got like a certificate and like a almost like when you graduate, you get the
little pen, the book, and all that stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I told them to give me a call if they need an extra hand out there. I'd help it, take the weekend off.
That was for B-1 bombers?
Yeah.
2.
B-2, yeah.
B-2.
Up at Whiteman Air Force Base. That was, I don't know.
Air Force Base here in Louisiana is a home base for a lot of the B-1 bombers, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say Whiteman Air Force Base is actually the bomber unit here out in western Missouri. And unless things have changed, there was 21 or 22 B-2 bombers that the U.S. military owned, and all but 2 of them were stationed there out of Whiteman Air Force Base. The other 2 were on classified locations for obviously security reasons, I guess. So they wouldn't tell me where they're at.
Missouri's got a lot of holes in the ground with ICBMs in them too, don't they?
I don't know. I mean, we have a lot of caves. I know that, so that's a possibility. They don't give me all that proprietary information here. I'm just a low-level citizen, so
they don't let you know.
Yeah, that's all I need to know, and I guess I don't need to know.
pretty good fleet of B-2 bombers at the, what's that? Right up Bossier, right outside Shreveport.
That's
Have
what
you-
I'm thinking. Is it
have you
B1s
guys
or
ever-
B2s? Huh?
Have you guys ever had the opportunity to see one of those things fly overhead, like do a low?
Oh yeah,
That's
when
impressive.
when you see them come over the when we're driving down Interstate 20, sometimes they'll just be doing touch and go.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine how big they really are.
Oh yeah.
They seem to be about as big as like 2 jumbo jets. They're huge.
The B-2 bomber has a wingspan of, I think it's 182 feet. But when you look at it, like if you look at it nose on in the air, the thing has a profile that looks extremely low. Like it's all width. There's no height to it. It seems like that. It has a super low radar frequency, or not frequency, a radar detection something or other.
Signature. Yeah.
Signature. Thank you. Yes. Just a really cool piece of military. Yeah. I would say probably my most favorite one would be the, oh gosh. Yeah, so that's my favorite one. I can't even mention it. That's the, I'm having a mind blank. Help me out here, Paul. You're a jet guy, right? The, what's the one that flies supersonic? They built back in, I think it's the late 60s. The
SR-71.
SR-71. That's it right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad plane.
Yeah, I feel like back in the day, I feel like we've peaked as a nation on things that we have come up with. Like back in the, the 50s, 60s, maybe even early 70s, we come up with some really cool, I don't know, just some ingenious devices and equipment and things like that. And I think that all we've done since then is the strides that we've made is all we've done is put heated seats and everything and put cooled seats and dual climate controlled stuff. And it's like, come on, we haven't made any strides, all we did was made ourselves lazy with this stuff,
Heated mirrors, adaptive cruise control, that kind of thing. Yeah,
right. Exactly. We really haven't made any the automobile is still the same thing as it was before.
To me, the baddest one is still the A-10.
Yeah. Oh, that is a cool plane.
Yeah.
It's slow as can be, but man, if it can put out 600 rounds, a minute, it's like, or whatever it is,
Yeah, that thing's the workhorse.
I was in Air Force RTC in college, and that was back during whatever we had going on at the same time, or Iran-Contra affair or something like that. And we had one at the University of Florida, and we had Air Force RTC had to guard it, and it was out there. So we spent night duty out there guarding it, and that was just a cool plane.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. That is a pretty nifty plane. Very much utilitarian, too,
It's still around.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, they keep saying they're going to retire it, but nothing can do what it can do, so they keep bringing it back.
No, exactly. for ground support, that's the best plane out there.
Yeah, it flies slow, but it's out there, and it just gets the crap gets shot out of it, from all the ground, anti-aircraft stuff. But it still makes its way home. It's just
Brian, I'm not going to lie. I like heated seats too.
that A-10, it's got enough firepower. It can take out tanks.
Yeah.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a Air Force Museum or something.
Oh, yeah.
Something in Colorado.
Yeah. Hey, Brian, there's an Air Force Museum out there in Colorado.
The Air Force Academy's out there. Yeah.
Air Force
Springs.
Colorado Springs?
Yeah, Air Force Academy's in Colorado Springs.
Yeah. That's a beautiful chapel they have there.
You guys been there?
I had an alternate appointment to the Air Force Academy, but my primary guy went, so I didn't get to go.
Yeah.
I've been there. I've been to the chapel.
Okay.
Quick trip there. Beautiful.
All right, here's what we've been waiting for. The man.
There he is.
Right.
Kids are in bed. He's on.
All right. I know I'm not going to get to talk anymore, so I'm going to get out of here and listen.
Hey, Philip.
Good to see you, Chris.
Have a great night.
See you, Philip. Hey, Chris, what's the word on the street, buddy?
There's a lot of words in the streets. All good things. All good things. We're currently picking out the vendor spots, and that's not true. We're laying the floor plan out. We're not laying out where people are going to go. We're going to actually have a little bit of a twist on that this year and how we're handling that. We are attempting to move the food out into the lobby.
Good idea.
That'll give us some more space. We haven't had the actual confirmation on that yet, but we're working on that because we are not able to get any more room. They don't currently have a booth. Currently, yeah, I'll give you I'll kind of give you some broad strokes what's going on right now. So we had 150 vendors last year, and that took up about 390 trade show spots, give or take. Rough numbers here. 2 weeks ago, we had 100 vendors, and we were almost full.
How many spots are you giving to John? John's taking up 3/4 of the place now, right?
John has a couple spots, yeah.
Yeah, I bet he does.
But there are a couple other vendors who are increasing too. I mean, we're seeing like an average of 15 to 30% growth from vendors last year. So like number breakdown. So this is as of the other day. We have 87 vendors, will be the same from last year. We have over 50 vendors who haven't applied from last year. We have almost 20 new vendors, and a lot of these new vendors are doing some really interesting, cool things. We obviously want to try to showcase that, get light on a lot of these things that are legitimate, they're promising, with the goal of, maybe they can actually grow some legs and run.
Yes.
We're really
what it's about, right?
Yeah, and I won't spoil anything. There's lots of really cool stuff. Cayman and I get to see a lot of really cool stuff. Cayman way more than I do, and you look at it, you're like, wow, like that's really interesting. Like, how does that work? And so we'll type to the people and say, like, can you show me a demo, or do I need to sign an NDA and all that kind of stuff. So, if the stuff pans out, cool. If it doesn't, well, hey, I mean, we gotta start trying new stuff. We have to start all that kind of stuff. You might hear there was a video sent out today. I'm sure it'll make some rounds. Cayman sent it out to the vendors. There are some copycats of the Instavap going around right now, straight from China. And they're not competition. They're like legitimate copycats. There's plenty of companies that do it properly. And these units are just straight from China copycats. So Cayman had a little message out to the vendors just to kind of talk about his goals of the conference and what he wants to do and what he'd like the conference to do, in addition to what he wants the vendors to do. He wants this to be like a stewardship that all the vendors feel for the entire industry, because it's not Cayman and the group. We can disappear and all of those vendors will still be there, and they will still be able to sell quality products to people around the world. So it's while Cayman certainly is a vehicle to help these people currently, this isn't about us. And so, again, it's what a lot of people have forgotten or haven't realized, because I get to see it every day, is until Hive Life, there was no national show that focused on Expo. Now, I'm not making shots at the ABF. I'm not doing that. The ABF, though, wasn't about selling product and competition and stuff like that. And so now you're seeing a lot more people, have better products, better pricing, innovation, all that kind of stuff. And again, that's sure kind of a pat on the back, I guess, but it's the truth. It's in the past, you'd have box makers who were in, the Carolinas, in Ohio, in Missouri. Now you have, people, are they in is Premier out of North Dakota, South Dakota, whatever,
North
the
Dakota.
Dakotas. You know, as a large manufacturer, the Premier is, obviously there's lots of manufacturers out there, but just as an example, you know, their boxes are now shipped nationwide. And so that type of attitude has to be kind of looked at in a different light, where, you know, we all are stewards of the industry, and we all need to focus on keeping good beekeepers in the industry and helping those who are new stay in the industry in a positive light. You know, there's a lot of really scary news about the tropolalaps mites, and I think that has a lot of people like right on the edge of their seat, because we're not great with Varroa yet. We're learning still, but we're in the infancy of learning for the tropolalaps mite. And so, you know, I think there was some discussions that, you know, a couple of the treatments that we use for Varroa, you know, of course they've been tested on different types of tropolalaps and how and everything. And I think the last time I'd heard one of those treatments, it was able to hold the line, not knock back, not destroy, hold the line if it was applied every 5 days to the hives with tropolalaps mites, which, no matter the treatment, that is not any way that a hive can survive. So there's I know I've gotten lots of messages from Cayman's video, so I'm sure it was sent just to the vendors. This wasn't a public video, but I'm sure it'll get out there. So, but anyway, so the vendor, yes, the network, when we are constantly, I actually now have a list of things that we're building upon for ready for 2027. We're already like, because some things were too far gone for 26. So we're working on stuff for 2027 already, which is wild to say that. But yeah, networking is a big part. We're actively reaching out to more 4-H and FFA and those kind of industries to try to get beekeepers in front of those young men and women. You know, because primarily, I'll just super stereotype, primarily those type of industries are farming or agriculture directly, and not necessarily anything more than maybe livestock. I literally told Kingman I have a Post-it note called "Hey Idiot, Things for 2027," because there's already things that I was like, well, gosh, we're already past that for 26. So. But there's some really exciting things for 27 that I can't reveal yet, but lots of cool things. So yeah, right now we're just handling the vendors, and there's a lot of really exciting ones. So
where are we ticket sales right now? Can you tell us that?
I can look where we're at. Today is the last day before ticket prices go up. I suppose I probably could have posted that.
Yeah, Philip, if you're still in here, you heard that, and you better get your tickets.
Yeah. We are up year over. We're up like 20% from where we were last year. So
wow.
So where 3,200?
No. Like where we were last year at this time. So we're you know, there's a lot of people we're about half of what we had last year, give or take, at the end. But we're up from where we were. So,
okay, gotcha.
We're working on trying to. So there is a home and garden show, flower show next door. There's something next door to us. If anyone was there the first year, it's where dinosaurs were, in that room. It's across the lobby from us. It's the giant room. And so Cayman and I'm trying to reach out to them to see. Here I can. Yeah, if you go to the site, it's still there. But yeah, there's a garden show there, and so we're trying to do a nice little synergy where, you know, if they can provide, if people want to buy tickets from us at a discounted rate, if they have a ticket from them, and vice versa, just a nice little stewardship, because maybe maybe that gets us a couple new beekeepers. Who knows? So yeah, so there's lots of we are very close to announcing all of our speakers. Cayman and I have been working really hard on that this week, trying to nail those all down and what the talks are, and hopefully maybe a couple new fun things that are less serious. So yeah, so we actually had a little snafu. Thank you, Ghost Hunter. Very much appreciated. It's been fun for me this year. This is my full-time job now. I don't have to sit here from 6 or 7 p.m. until 1 to 2 a.m. every night to do this. So so it's a little bit more manageable, but definitely a lot more fun. So we had our payment processor, say that 10 times fast, payment processor for our vendor registration booth. We have a new decorator, all this stuff. They weren't working, and so we've had to switch everything over to a new thing. So that'll be rolling out to vendors tomorrow. Hopefully all for the better. We'll see. So and then with the speakers going live and the vendors really soon being signed contracts and their money paid, we'll be rolling out the app real soon. So we purchased a spot on an app because building our own app is insane at our level. So we'll be on an app here real soon, and that will give vendors the opportunity to have sweepstakes, raffles, provide any flyers, material sales. Everything is done on the app. They'll be able to have their own little space. Each vendor.
Yeah, I saw John posted something saying he was fixing to put his knobby deals out there or whatever. But then you're saying that, hey, the other vendors, you're going to have an app out there in the knobby website ready to go pretty soon.
Yeah. So the app will actually, I'll be able to pull the speakers and the vendors from the app into the website, but you'll be able to go on to both iOS and Android, download the app. And what's really neat, and we'll have a whole video probably multiple videos in this just to explain it all, but you'll be able to have the schedule will be in there. And so you'll be able to click through the schedule. And we're also doing our darndest to work with places. I know they're not the only ones that do it, but they were the first ones that did it. The Bee Supply, they had like mini classes at their booth. And again, I know other people do it, so we're going to work with as many vendors as they want to. And we're going to put all of those schedules and those classes into the app. And so you'll be able to go in and look and pick what you want. And then you'll be able to have your own itinerary. You'll be able to click in there. And if you love to hear Bob speak, you can click on Bob. You can see his talks and when they are. You'll be able to do all that kind of stuff. And we do have lots of new scientists and educators and everything there. And so they also have the ability to link their publications, school websites, stuff like that as well for the real science nerds out there.
Cool.
We're trying to help, and there's a huge networking tool on there. I was told, we haven't loaded people in yet, but I was told it is opt-in. So a lot of people, I don't want all my stuff out there. Fine. This app will not just like publish your home address and everything. First of all, we don't have any of that. But from what I am told is opt-in. And if you want to, you can join groups from Ohio. You can join that'd be like my group. And so what's neat is the Ohio group can message each other. And so they can say Ohio group photo coming up at, this time. And so it'll be able to message. Talks about the app episode. No, you're fine, Loma Vista. So part of every ticket is still getting all of the videos recorded. That is still the same. We had a lot of requests for physical. I have them right here. Physical flash drives. So this, it doesn't mean much. Here's all the talks. So this was 2025. I have one for 2024. As people buy them on the website currently, I ship them off in a little thing and off they go. I just shipped one off to the women of West Virginia beekeeping today. So they just got their flash drive. Well, they will get it. So This year, we're looking at the best way to efficiently create flash drives, because if you haven't done it before, it's not efficient to plug one in at a time and copy over videos, because each flash drive to copy is about an hour, and that's fat. There's a lot of videos there, so there's ways to copy it. You have to purchase it and all that stuff, but also to ship it, there's flat rates, but there's expense there and envelopes and blah blah blah. So we're looking at the possibility of, at the expo, pre-selling flash drives at a small cost to people who purchase the ticket who would want a physical copy, because we still have to edit the videos and everything else. There's time there. So
would that come with a license to show it at your local bee?
Yeah, we're
club?
looking at that. Yeah, we're looking at that. Maybe if you want to do that, maybe it's just a little bit extra, because that's a commercial level, and that's how we do it currently. So yeah.
Right.
So, and it's all that information is obviously owned by the speaker. We
Right.
own the rights to reproduce it, but the speaker ultimately owns the right of all of the content as well as the PowerPoint. So
it gets a little convoluted in there. I understand.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, sorry, Loma Vista. To get back to that, the talks will not be on the app. We're not live streaming. We're not doing anything like that afterwards. Just like we do now, our awesome videographer Daniel will go back, edit the videos, give them to us, and we'll post them online and all that fun stuff. So, yeah. So that's that. So
we're continuing to grow. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
offering new stuff. It's exciting. Yeah.
Yeah. And we really sit a lot and listen to feedback and then weigh it, though. Like, hey, this person wants this. Why? What benefit does that give? I was talking to Randy McCaffrey this morning, and we were talking about him giving a talk on cutouts. And he's like, Chris, I was rambling. Chris, he goes, stop. I'm just going to interrupt you. He's like, no one wants a talk about cutouts. He's like, I've given them all the time, and everyone goes to sleep. He goes, they make great videos. And by the way, he sent me one today of him doing a cutout. It was nasty. It was a fermenting hive in a ceiling.
Mm.
The smell came through the phone. It was awful. Yeah. Anyways, and so again, so that's the feedback we need. Like Randy has the experience. He goes places and gives talks, and he's like, "Hey, Chris, nobody wants to listen to that. They want to watch a video. That's cool. Maybe tangentially we talk about that, but nobody wants to. Hey, when you get there, you need to find the joist, and okay, nobody cares. Like that's a hands-on learning thing. And until we build a mock room and shove something behind a drywall and have them do a demo live, which could be done.
But Randy's got Randy's a charismatic guy, so he's
yeah, for sure. Well, and that's where, if you notice, not every person that we bring in is speaking. That's why we call them our VIPs. So some people are on panels, some people are just there because we want them there, and people want them there. And to add on even more to what we did last year with the classes, we're going to thanks again, Philip. What we're going to do this year is we're actually going to have more classes. So we're going to have more basic microscopy classes, and then we're going to have a couple more advanced microscopy classes. And we posted a short survey on the group and asked, hey, people who've gone in the past, people who want to go, give us some feedback. And surprisingly, there were not a large number of people that wanted advanced classes. So we actually scaled that back. We were going to do like several tiers, and so we scaled that back. And not to say that there's not enough to fill a class. So again, it's that yin and the yang. And I mean, like, heck, we wanted to pull more meeting rooms for a myriad of things that we wanted to do, and they're redoing the carpet. So it's like, okay, well, all of those rooms aren't even rentable. So again, you just got to work with what you got. So
the Randy Fred and Jeff panel a couple of years ago was really good because you really had Fred's dry humor, you had Jeff's just boisterous stuff, and you had Randy's got a little bit of dry humor too, and the three of those together kind of pulled off of each other and worked really well.
we're trying to work on a large scale panel with lots of people's favorite people on it, and do some real fun with hot honeys, creams, all kinds of fun stuff, to really have some fun. We're still working on it, so no promises, but yeah, we think that'd be a real hoot. So yeah, so it's
I'll reiterate that y'all doing a great job, and
Thank
whatever
you.
y'all put together, we're all there and all in. Yep.
Thank you. It's a lot. It's a labor of love. We really do. Again, I'm working. I told Cayman when I write a check, I literally have to pull up my calendar to know what year it is because I'm writing 2027 on things already. Like and we wouldn't do that if we didn't care. Right. And we want to be fair to everybody. We want to be fair to all of our speakers. But ultimately, then we look back and we go, man, these expenses aren't getting any cheaper. And it's not to complain, bring politics, none of that. That's not it. It's the fact of it. And so you just have to kind of make sure that everything is covered. We're really trying to push for that too. There's a lot of companies that come to the expo that make $500 and they leave, and that's great. There's a lot of companies who are multi-million-dollar companies who come to the expo. They buy a 10x10 and they hand out flyers, and that's it. Their booth's not exciting. They don't, in our opinion, they don't give to the industry. And again, that is not giving Cayman myself money. That I see it in the comments. Oh, Cayman just wants more money. Last time I checked, listen, Cayman lives about as humble of a life as there is out there. I've been to his house many a times. He does not have he has lots of bee toys. I suppose that's how you could say it, but he's not exactly living on a lake house there in Tennessee. So it'd be really cool because I could go down and visit him, but that's not.
Company retreat, right?
What'd you say?
Company retreat.
We've tried to do that for like 3 years, and it just goes. I mean, it's been over 6 months since last year's show. We're over halfway. It goes. So,
hey Chris,
yeah, go ahead.
Can I get you to come back on maybe in about 2 weeks and maybe get you at the beginning of our channel so that we're not, losing people because it's getting kind of late? Would that be all right?
No, of course. Yeah. Just remind me.
Hey, Chris, one other thing before Ricky cuts us off that I was thinking about too is, you guys are doing a fabulous job too, and I think it's brilliant what you guys are working on is the Next Gen program. And ironically, just off your shoulder right down here in the back corner, we've got one of our very own potential Next Gen guy sitting right there, Mr. J. So
that's awesome.
You want to put in a good word for him, all right? This little guy is trying, and basically, me and him are the only young guys in the crowd right now. So I'm hoping.
Hold on a second. You're definitely older than I am. Hold on a second.
Chris, I don't even have any gray hair yet. What are you talking about? Jeez.
Hold on. I haven't done this for a second, so let me look here. This is exciting. Okay. Yeah, we're getting there.
So Jay, did Jay apply or whatever for the?
I'm looking. Jay.
He's got his
application in. Jace.
Yeah, I see it. July 24th. So give or take like 1 p.m. Right on the nose there. So yeah. we have lots of great applicants. We definitely need to keep going on that. Cayman's mom, Debbie handles. She's gonna slug me. Debbie handles all that stuff. So I help make the form, looks pretty, hand it off to her because otherwise she likes to step on her toes. So
I get it. Hey, don't mess with the mama.
No,
mess with the stuff.
That's like a mama bear.
And she is the nastiest of all grizzly bears, man. You want to. She is the most loving, but don't cross her, man. She knows. She raised 3 boys, one of them being Cayman. I mean,
oh man, yeah. Gotta love that woman. Shoot.
Yes.
Golly.
Yeah. Thank you, Jen and Brian. I don't know which one it is, but yeah, thank you. Again, it's it's fun. We really do enjoy this, and we the planners and our staff, because we could if the three of us tried to put it on without people like Randy and all of our other staff members, no one would have a fun time. So
Right.
it is. And last thing, then I can join back in 2 weeks. We will be putting out a call for volunteers in the near future. We have a very narrow, specific thing we're asking for this year, so it's not. And there'll be some incentives there to help if you're interested. Some money off tickets and some other stuff. So,
Awesome.
yeah. So. Yeah, that'll be coming out. Yeah, so Ricky, just remind me. So, yep.
Yeah,
I'm always around.
I'll give you a holler before. Yeah, and we'll see if we can get you back on. So, I want to make sure all my viewers get you guys. Not that we have more viewers than you guys do, but the more we can get that word out there, the better it is. You know what I'm saying?
Much appreciated. And I can always bring a fresh look at what we're doing today. So,
Awesome.
I appreciate you having us on. So,
yeah. All right, we're going to cancel. We're going to get it over with tonight there, and we will catch you guys next Thursday. And God bless. We'll see you then.
See you guys.
Good night. Good night.
See y'all.